How can I prepare my child for the life's ups and downs? Will my child be bullied? Will my child stand up peer pressure? As a parent, I have realized that I cannot do everything for my children. But what I can do is to equip my children with the tools to protect themselves, helping them to build self-esteem, develop self-confidence, and become more resilient. In this video, I'm going to share with you 8 ways on how to help a child boost his self-esteem and his self-confidence. So, let's start. The first thing that you can do is to give the child control. Does your child seems unsure of himself every time when he has to make a decision? If yes, then it might be because he didn't have enough opportunities to do this in his daily life. If you do everything for your child, there are a lot of chances that he might become less confident in his abilities. Are you familiar with these words? I can't do it. Can you do it for me? If this happens and you are doing everything for him, then it's more likely that the child will continue doing this as he gets older. And this won't help him boost his self-confidence, his self-esteem. It's on the other way around. So instead, let your child be in control. Let him pick out his outfit for the day. Let him tie his own shoes without being rushed. This is the key. With time, he will learn to be confident in his decisions and abilities, and this will boost his self-esteem and his self-confidence. Ask questions. Have you ever felt so overwhelming that you couldn't figure out on how to express your feelings? Have you ever experienced the feeling of overthinking and not being able to organize your thoughts? Imagine how hard this task will be for a child. When child comes to you with low self-esteem, being confused, being disappointed, scared, make sure to ask him questions about how he feels. Not only will help the child to see that you care, it will help him organize his thoughts, and this will help him relax a little bit and learn how to communicate emotions. And this is so important. Why? Well, how could you fix a problem if you don't know exactly what the problem it is? So, even if you see that your child might seem upset, scared, let him to tell you his feelings, his thoughts, his conclusions, his ideas. Don't do everything for the child. Be patient and let him work things out for himself. For example, it might be faster and easier to dress him for school, but letting him do it himself, this helps him learn new skills. The more he faces new challenges, the more competent and confident he will be. Let him know that no one it is perfect and no one expects him to be perfect. The way you react to your child's mistakes and disappointments will have a huge impact on the way that he will react on his failures, on his mistakes, on his disappointments. Teach your child to have a growth mindset and not a fixed mindset. Growth mindset, it is so important. Having a growth mindset will help the child believe that every failure, every mistake, every challenge is not the end of the world. And they don't have to stop when something is not working their way. So it is important to install a growth mentality so he understands and believes that he will improve and will evolve over time. It is important to do this because negative thoughts can hold children back in life and can influence their self-worth for years. Show how to learn from mistakes. Children with low self-esteem are afraid of making mistakes. To encourage a growth mindset, teaching a child how to learn from a mistake is the key. Kids need to know that it's okay to fail. They also need to know how to recover from the failure, pick themselves up, and start all over again. Ask the child, what do you think you could do to avoid next time being in the same situation? How can you do to not be in the same situation? Teach child to do different things. In the house, in the garden, involve child in everything. I know you might want to finish your doing your cleaning very quick, your gardening, but We need to make time to teach kids a lot of things. This will help them build their self-esteem and self-confidence. When teaching kids how to do things, show them and help them first. Then let them to do what they can, even if they make mistakes. So be sure your child gets a chance to learn, to try, and feel proud after that. Don't make new challenges too easy or too hard for the child. And the last tip is to give child choices. Giving children choices makes them feel that they are empowered. For example, at breakfast, you might offer your child the options of eggs or porridge, cereals or pancakes. Learning to make simple choices while he's young will help prepare the child for the more difficult choices he might have to do while he's growing up and later in his life. Hopefully, these ideas are going to help you. Thank you very much for watching.